Hi there, and welcome to today's online workout. This is a great full body workout. We're going to work everything from your shoulders down to your abs. What we've got today, we're doing everything 3 times for max reps. So there's not a specific rep scheme. You're just pushing yourself as far as you can go on each of these movements. First thing we're doing is a split squat. This is going to be max reps on each leg. Handstand push-ups, max reps. There's a few variants that we'll talk about here for the handstand push-up, but you're just doing max reps as well. Strict pull-ups. If you don't have a pull-up bar, you can go ahead and use ring rows, or we can even do a bent over row, and we'll talk about that as well. And then you've got sit-ups. So you're doing everything basically to failure or pretty close. Then you're going to move on to the next movement and the next, and then you'll cycle through. You can do that 3 times. So if you've got enough rest all the way through, you should be able to keep a pretty similar rep scheme on each of these, but you will notice some drop off as you get more tired. In particular, you're going to notice where in these you're weak. So if you have weaker abs, then you might probably have a bigger drop off on the sit-ups than you might on, let's say, the split squats, if you feel really confident or you have really strong, or you do a lot of good running and those sorts of things. So use this as an opportunity to kind of see where your weaknesses are, where your strengths are, so that you know going forward what you really need to focus on and work. So what we have for the split squat, what we're looking for, I'm going to do this unweighted first, is you're going to get your feet in what would normally be something of a lunge position. Remember, in this position, we always want to have the knee stacked over our ankle. I don't mind a little bit of movement forward and back, but what I don't want to see is the knee well past the toe, because this is going to create a very a hard angle for your knee, and this is where you're prone to cause injuries. What we're doing if we're going unweighted is we're thinking about using our hamstring, and we're just going down and back up. So we're doing a squat motion, and it's essentially isolating the one leg, keeping our chest up and down, and thinking about using that hamstring, a little bit of the quad in the front. If we're going to go weighted, if we have a sandbag, we'll carry it here. Both the dumbbell and the kettlebell can be brought here into this kind of goblet or front rack position. And then we're going to maintain that nice straight chest up and down until we get to our max reps. When we hit that, we'll stop, we'll switch legs, and we'll repeat the same motion again. That's going to be our split squat. Make sure that you have good knee stability. Keep that front leg tight. If your knee starts to wobble, go ahead and back down. Either lower the weight, go no weight, or stop the reps at that point. Because what you don't want is to collapse in either direction with that knee and cause yourself an injury. Handstand push-ups. We've talked about handstand push-ups in the past. You will do max reps handstand push-ups. If you're really good at handstand push-ups, go ahead and use a plate or something to create a deficit, meaning that your hands are above the ground and you can lower your head below your hands, below your shoulders. If you're going to alternate here, we've got ring rows. So if you've got a pair of rings, you can grab those rings, lean forward, and you're pulling. It's kind of a reverse row. The other thing you can do is if you've got an implement, you can get into a bent over row. So I'm going to have a soft knee. I'm bending at the hip, so you notice I'm just kind of hinging at my hip. I'm going to take this kettlebell, and I'm basically just bringing my arm straight back, keeping that elbow nice and close. So I'm bringing it back, squeezing the shoulder, and right back in. And you'll do this max effort on each arm. Strict pull-ups, we've talked about pull-ups as well. We're going to just grab that bar, we're pulling our chin to the bar, and right back down. Now, if you need assistance, there's a few ways to do this. If you've got bands, go ahead and use bands. If you've got a partner, go ahead and have your partner grab you. They can grab your ankles, they can grab you behind the knees and help lift you up and down. It becomes a bit of a bicep workout for them, which is a good thing. So do that for the strict pull-ups. If you don't have something that you can pull up on, go ahead and just drop these off. You're going to get a really good workout despite those. So it's great if you've got them. If you don't, it's not going to be terrible to lose it. And then finally, we have sit-ups. And what we're looking for on the sit-ups is full range of motion. You're getting your chest and shoulders all the way back. And when you come up, you're getting your shoulders at least to your hips, if not a little bit forward. I like to go hands forward, hands back, to make sure that I'm getting full motion on that. So that's going to be all your movements for today. You've got 3 rounds at max reps on each movement. Have fun today. Find your weaknesses, find your strengths, and then let's work on those. See you tomorrow.